27 left, clear to land, 230 at 20.
The Urban Aviators Society. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said earlier, I wanted to talk about what the Urban Aviators Society is, what it's all about, and things. So I've just had this, since getting into flying, I've had this huge passion for flying. And so now I want to share that passion for flying. So with the Urban Aviators Society, it is a non-profit organization. Our mission, we're dedicated to serving the underrepresented, the underserved youth in urban and inner city communities to introduce them to aviation. So whether that is the aviation mechanic, which a lot of people don't see that until they need to get their plane fixed, or any other related field within aviation, and of course being pilots, ATC tower controllers. We're taking kids and we're introducing them to all those possibilities through guided tours of ATC towers, airports, things of that nature, maintenance facilities, behind the scenes acts. We're taking our youth to those places to give them a sense of what's available to them. But we're also going to be able to, with funding and donations and grants and things like that, we aim to help put these youth through courses, through flight schools, to be able to get their pilot's license to start their journey. And as they go on, help them get possibly instrument rating, commercial ratings, and things like that, and help them guide their way through this world to possibly flying for your Southwest Airlines and things like that. So far, we got a lot of people on board who want to help out. Mentorships is big, so finding experienced pilots who want to be mentors. So hey, by all means, hit me up if you know you're interested in, whether it's Zoom, phone calls, things like that. I think things are important as mentorship programs as we go on with that. Build these partnerships and relationships. So just to shout out some of the partners that I have here locally within the Central Ohio area, Fairfield Aircraft Services. Plan on taking them there, let them see all the behind the scenes acts of what it is to actually work on airplanes and what it takes to be A&Ps. Sundowner Aviation, one of the places we have partnered with to provide flight instructions. I'm going to be working on a couple others that are in the area as well, so they'll be soon added to the list. Ascended Staffing, they're a partner for us. So as we do fundraisers and things like that, they're going to help us out with getting all the necessary things to put together these fundraisers. Columbus VIP car service. So when we need to transport some of these youth or transport people around, they're going to help us transport kids or adults that we need to move around. Several of the local EAA chapters here. EAA chapter 443, EAA chapter 9, local, just several different entities are stepping up and wanting to help us out. By all means, if you want to help out, make sure you visit our website. It's www.urbanaviatorssociety.org, which I'll have it down below in the comments, and I'm going to flash it across the screen as well. But make sure you visit, join our mailing list, get our newsletters, donate. We're always going to be looking for donors and people to help us out within our journey to help out these youth complete their dreams. As a young man, I had a dream. I've always wanted to fly. And I hate that I waited so long, but I waited so long because I did not know. I didn't know about the many opportunities that were available because these things weren't introduced to me. And without them being introduced, I didn't know about it, because I began my aviation journey in 2020. During the height of COVID, I told myself, I've always wanted to fly. I know the circumstances weren't great, but to get out of the house, I was like, if not now, when? And I took that and I ran with it. And so going through in my journey, which I'll continue to talk about and getting my pilot certificate and how I'm going to progress and move on. Now I'm slowly but surely working on my instrument rating. A lot slower than I like, but I'm going to progress on. I'm most definitely going to get my commercial. I mean, because I still have dreams of maybe being a private pilot. I mean, a private jet pilot for maybe like a corporation or something like that. Those are my dreams. I don't have dreams of flying for Southwest or Delta or something like that. But I do have hopes of flying the smaller company jets and things like that. Maybe for like NetJets or something like that. But you never know. But I want to help fuel those dreams. And that's what the Urban Aviators Society is about. We're going to be all over the place as we can, visiting several airports. And we're going to capture all this and share this as well on here as far as the journey with the youth that we have and the things that we're doing. I plan on taking them to air shows, exposing them to that environment, because I just recently attended an air show as far as last year. Never knew anything about it. Bolton Field, one of the fields that we have locally here in Columbus, they're having basically a motor show with planes and old school cars and things like that at the airport here coming in the summer. Plan on introducing them to see those things and just the aviation community, and how when I first started and how I've continued in my journey, how everybody and everything has just embraced me. And the love that I've gotten has been tremendous. I mean, just hangar mates that are next door or across the way from your hangar. One day I pull up, one of my hangar mates, didn't know him at the time. He has his door up. He's working on one of his planes, and then I pull up, sparked a conversation just like that. A lot of old school artifacts and things like that from things that he's collected along the way that got a chance to see. And I know I never probably would have saw if I never had engaged in that conversation with him. And that's another thing. Teaching with the mentorship program and networking, teaching these young people how to network, because that is a lost art nowadays. Some people feel, especially as the generations have moved forward. But working on those things to build better people, and like I said, and build the aviation community. Because not only am I trying to build a better aviation community, we want the community and things to look like the people that we serve. So we want to include everybody who has that dream of aviation, anywhere and everywhere. So the Urban Aviators Society has been set up to help those in need. We're still working on how we can do possibly young adults as well, through probably workforce grants and scholarships that we can do, because 3 of the things that I have. So one of the programs is called Aviation Futures. So with Aviation Futures, it's pretty much any age. This is just an introductory to aviation. And with this, we're going to create a way to be able to, hopefully with funding, donors and things like that, allow people to have their first discovery flight, whether they're kids or if we can do with young adults, things like that. Set them up for their first discovery flight and see if this is the path that they want to take. Also, like I said, taking them on those tours of the aviation facilities and the mechanics, even like the people who guide the planes, the signalers who guide the plane in, if that's something that you might want to do. We want to open up that door for you. So we're opening up people's eyes to all the different jobs within aviation, especially those air traffic controllers who do a tremendous job in the things that they do, keeping planes separated and all the hard work that they do in keeping everyone flying in the sky. And then our second program is called Wings of Tomorrow. And that is the actual program where we're going to try to fund our youth. We're aiming for upper 15, 16, because to be able to solo, you have to be at least 16 years of age. So with that age range, helping them to get their pilot certificate. And if they're serious, and continuing to help them go along to the point to where, of course, the CFI, and then they can give back, hopefully, help out in also creating future pilots and things like that as they move along to complete their goals of flying within the airlines. And then one of the things that holds dear to me is the CSW Aspiration Scholarship. Now, the whole inspiration behind that CSW, I'll just explain that. CSW is my mother's initials, Sunita S. Williams. She provided very pivotal things for me. And unfortunately, she passed away from cancer. So this scholarship is dedicated to her. I'm trying to build that fund so that we can take a specific person, a young adult, someone 16, 17 years of age, and we can most definitely get them through that fund, award that scholarship to get them through their pilot certificate. Or if we don't have a candidate at that point in time, we have somebody that's been through the program, pay for an instrument, their instrument rating, or their commercial license. And do that, kind of our way to give back. So this has been, I've stayed up many nights and done a lot of research and putting together and helping to form this nonprofit corporation, organization, however, to be able to help and give back. So if you get a chance, most definitely visit. Like I said, the link will be in the comments below, and then I'm also put it on the screen. But www.urbanaviatorssociety.org, and that's where you'll find out everything about us, our mission, our vision, what we do, a breakdown of our programs. It'll have the scholarship on there, pictures of what we're doing, announcements, the newsletter, all that'll be on there. And then you can also visit all our social media feeds. We're on Facebook as Urban Aviators Society. We're on Instagram as Urban Aviators Society. LinkedIn, we're there too. TikTok, most definitely there. So we plan on blitzing content, especially as we're flying and getting out and we're doing things with the kids and with the youth, so that you can see what we're doing and see our impact on the world. And like I said, I'm still going to be doing flight videos of my own and be flying to different airports and different places and experiencing different things in that way. Also, whatever I can get my hands on. So if anybody like Garmin, hint, Avidyne, Lightspeed, any Bose, anybody necessarily want to throw some things my way to review, light eyes, I mean, I'll take it all to help do reviews and things like that. Also, if there's any of these same companies who want to donate things, something simple as headsets for these young people to be able to have while they're going through their training, please, by all means, reach out. Because I'm going to try to flood your emails as well to see what we can create and go from there. And anybody have any ideas or whatever, please drop those in the comments as well. As usual, if you want to talk about something, you want to hear me talk about something, drop that in the comments as well, so we can have a conversation about it and maybe talk about it and debate about some things or do whatever. Friendly though, always friendly, because within my training, I like I said, I know I've made mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. Fortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately, I have not made any costly mistakes, but talk about things that help me to grow as a pilot, because like I said, I'm going to continue to still film flights and show those things as I progress through my ratings and then my future licenses and things like that. So we'll be talking a lot more in the future. Like I said, can't promise one every week. I do promise at least one every 3 weeks, and I'm going to stick to that promise. So for sure, and I want you all to hold me to that promise. You see me slacking, haven't seen a video, get in one of these old videos, comments, and be like, hey, we're waiting on you, because that'll let me know, so that I need to get back on my job. So with that, subscribe and hit that bell to get notifications for new things, and let's continue this journey. Like I said, aviate, navigate, and communicate.